Hey guys, it's a Saturday afternoon, out for a ride, looking to do about 2.5 hours. We're heading across town. We're gonna go to Trowbridge Falls Road, and it's long. Well, it's paved 3/4 of the way, and then it turns to gravel the last bit, and it's a fair bit of climbing for around here. It stair steps its way up, like most of the hills around here do. And so yeah, we got to ride hard on the way up, and then some fast, fun downhilling on the way back. Man, this makes it look like we have beautiful cycling infrastructure, but we've got a cyclist on the city planning committee for this stuff, and they've been really pushing on new bike paths. So that's a pedestrian lane. This is for the bikes. We're here at Boulevard Lake, which is a city park, really popular city park. There's a path that goes around it. It's about 5 kilometers. So it's really, really popular for walking. It is a lot of fun on a bicycle, but in the summertime it gets so busy that you can't ride fast around there. I wish they did it like this, where they end up building a separate bicycle lane and maybe making it directional. It's curvy, up and down. It's actually a lot of fun, but I avoid it in the summertime because it gets so busy. It's a great place to go in the summer, though, for the eye candy. Yowza! So we're going to hang a left here. So we're probably less than 1 kilometer away from Lake Superior. So we're pretty much as low as you can go in the area in terms of height above sea level. And pretty much any direction you go from here, you're going to start climbing. So you probably can't tell from the video, but we are going uphill. Wide angle lens on the GoPro flattens things out. So stair steps. All the hills around here are stair steps. Either flattens out in between pitches, or the grade lessens in between pitches. And now we have a steeper pitch. Heart rate hit 159. So we've had some improvements here in our roadways. We're coming up on the Trans-Canada Highway. You used to have to stop here to cross it. Now they've built a overpass and on and off ramps. So it's nice actually to use this as a workout. Probably takes about, from where we started down there to the highest point, takes about 30 minutes. So it's a good workout for doing, do a mini time trial on your own for tempo, and then harder than tempo on the steep pitches. because now you don't have to stop here. You just keep going. It was a pain in the butt. I always wanted to use this route for that kind of workout, but I would avoid it because of the stop sign, and you might have to actually sit there for a couple minutes waiting for all the traffic to go past. So now this is nice. Cycling club should use it as a predominantly uphill time trial. Now we're coming up onto the second steepest pitch on this route. Nice grunter. The steepest pitch is further up, but it's gravel. It's painful. Yeah, love it. The grade slackens a bit, but still uphill. Slackens enough that it feels like recovery. Okay, another steep pitch. Coming into it already doing tempo, high tempo, heart rate. Heart rate up to 158, which is above my anaerobic threshold right now. Really sucks to get older. My anaerobic threshold has dropped. Maybe I'll tell you a little bit about my cycling history. Like most kids, rode a bike for fun as a kid. Didn't really ride at all as a teenager. All you want to do is get a car. And when I was around 1920, I started working at a bike shop. Well, that's not true. When I started working there, I worked there because I was into alpine skiing. And at the time, they didn't even sell mountain bikes. And mountain bike was just starting to grow here in Canada. So late 80s, early 90s, about a year of working at the ski shop, they started selling mountain bikes. And they hired a mechanic, really good mechanic, meticulous, perfectionist kind of mechanic. And my first mountain bike was a Rocky Mountain Hammer, and it came with like late 80s, early 90s grip shift, when grip shift was just coming on the market, and yeah, it didn't work very well. But the bike came with a 30-day a replacement guarantee. If you didn't like the grip shift, they'd replace them with thumb shifters. So I did that. I don't even think Shimano had rapid fire underbar shifters at the time. started getting into mountain biking, and our mechanic was also into bike racing, and so my entire indoctrination into cycling, bicycle riding culture was a bike racer's indoctrination. So I started bike racing. I think that at the time, front shocks were just coming on the market, and it was hard to find a bike that actually came with one. You had to buy it aftermarket. So I think I only rode rigid for a few months, and I ended up getting, the first generation Manitou, the consumer version of the Manitou fork, which is a beautiful fork visually. But really, holy cow, were they unsophisticated compared to today's forks, but man, it makes such a difference. So I got into mountain bike racing, road racing. So learned how to train like a road racer, mountain bike racer. And that's my mentality still now. I still think and train like a bike racer, because I was brainwashed, indoctrinated into it. So I have a hard time just going riding for fun. I always think about, what can I do to make myself a better cyclist today in terms of intensity. I really have to break out of that mold because I don't race anymore. I managed to, in mountain bike racing, early 90s, mid 90s, I made it to the elite level. Raced against world champions, World Cup champions. I had a little bit of talent, but didn't have the support system and didn't have the discipline when it came to stuff like diet and stuff. Did a little bit of road racing. I'd say I was an above average road time trialist for a guy my size. I'm like Levi Leipheimer sized, but on a good day I could beat the big time trialists in the area. But generally the best time trialists we had in the area were usually also triathletes, and the courses that I would beat them on would be technical courses. Not that we had many, but there was the occasional one. By technical I mean, curves, up, down, where you end up having to shift gears a lot, select the right gear, and maybe even have to use your brakes on the corners and the downhills. Mountain bike racing makes you so good at that. Mountain bike racing, you gotta know how fast you can go into a corner, exactly how fast you can go into a corner, what gear you should be in exiting it, what gear you can climb a hill in. But yeah, I tried to reach the elite levels, and I was the big fish in the little pond in the area, and provincial level I was a medium-sized fish against the big fish, and then at a national level I was a small fish in a pond full of sharks. And it's kind of funny, like you have nationals, you have all these guys racing together, and only maybe the top 3-4 guys are actually making a living doing it, and everybody else are dreaming to be like them, because those guys are living the dream. Like Roland Green became world champion and World Cup champion. Seamus McGrath, who I'm happy to say I've beaten a couple times, and didn't win the race, but I finished ahead of him. Went on to top 10 placings at World Cups, and he went to 2 Olympics. Okay, we're coming up on the steepest pitch, and it's gravel, and running high pressure in these tires, like 60 psi, so hopefully we don't have traction issues. Oh, not so bad. Road's in good shape, so good traction. So we're going to climb some more stair step to the highest point, and then we're going to turn around, come back down. We get to enjoy the fruits of our hard work. High speed downhilling. Yeah, so where was I going with all that? Yeah, I always still think I have to train like a bike racer when I don't race anymore. And so I plan these hard workouts on weekends, and then I kind of think, well, what's the point? Why am I doing this? And I end up skipping workouts and stuff. And really, cycling now should just be about having fun. And I really make an effort to just make my weekend workouts fun. There'll be some hard riding, but focus on fun. And then on weekdays, I will have 2 days where I do some structural interval work, because the fitter you are, the more fun cycling is. That's just a fact. So we'll climb to this top of this steep pitch. It's really steep, and we're going to turn around. This one's going to hurt. The road's in rough shape here. Okay, turn around. Do up my vest, because we're going to need to be aerodynamic. Don't need it flopping around. And let's get going, because there's all kinds of big horse flies that want to eat me. Going uphill, we're barely going fast enough to get them to land on us, to stop them from getting to land on us. Gravel road downhills, I enjoy them more than paved downhills, because you need a little bit more skill. You definitely need more balls to go fast, especially cornering. fast as we could be. Without that headwind, would have been over 60k. Okay, we're coming up to fun extended downhill. Knobby tires. There's another pretty fast section. Okay, well, we had to cut the ride short. I got a text that a friend of mine needs some help with something, so we're at hour and a half, hour 32 minutes. Average speed of 25.2 an hour, distance of 38.74 kilometers. Maximum speed was 63 an hour. Total vertical ascent of 330 meters, which is pretty good for just an hour and a half of riding. Oh, hold on here, I got to stop. Heart rate monitor, review that. So I spent 42 minutes and 42 seconds with my heart rate above 140 beats a minute. That's starting into my tempo heart rate zone. Where are we here for average heart rate for the ride? 138 beats a minute, and my peak heart rate of 169. You know, I think I hit that, the 169, when we were coming down the hill, and I tucked in behind that car. I was pedaling my ass off there, so that's pretty much, I went totally anaerobic doing that. So yeah, we cut the ride short, gotta go help a friend, and I'll go out later just for an hour. I've done all the intensity I need to do today, so I'll just go out and have some fun, some urban assault type riding. Thanks for watching.